psychology he previously stated regarding funding for the wall. With every interview and public statement, Trump provides a learning opportunity. Trump is driven by a just cause, so he does not engage in BS, happy talk, or pleasant fiction. Trump is always luring and setting traps for his enemies, and we should thank God instead of freaking out that he's not saying what we want to hear. And that's really specifically, I think, around, and for a lot of reasons, they can't. So again, whatever. On September 14th, 2001, Bush told us that what we wanted to hear. President Donald Trump sometimes tells us what we don't want to hear because he's got a huge vision and big victories in his sights. And yes, the best is yet to come. It's coming. Trump and the White Hats. Look at it. There's a group. These people are saving America. It's time to make a difference, and it's time for all of us to stand with these people. Now, here's where Jocko comes into play. I just got chills. I don't even know why. It's awesome. I like this story. And this initially, we've got Donald Trump Jr. Kind of introing him, so the video starts being his, if you will. And then Jocko's 3 minutes or whatever is intense, is straight up what I would expect from Jocko. And again, I have nothing but love and respect for this gentleman. He is, a badass, period. You can just tell. Look at the size of his neck. This dude is a badass. And anytime I've ever seen him, he's buff as hell. So anyway, I don't want to waste it, bury the lead, but check it out.
Guys, want to know what we should be doing in Afghanistan? We shouldn't be in this situation to begin with. We should have taken care of our civilians. We shouldn't have ceded ground to the Taliban until we were ready. We shouldn't have done just about anything that Joe Biden has been doing, including him, his press secretary, being on vacation, and Kamala Harris being MIA until her little trip to the other Saigon before this disaster. But if you want to know what we should be doing, watch this video. This is Jocko Willink, former U.S. Navy SEAL. Check it out because I think he hits the nail on the head. He's 100% right. But there's a difference between someone like him who has guts and who has resolve versus someone like Joe Biden and the Democrats who don't. Watch and listen carefully.
Good evening. I wanted to give you an update on the current situation in Afghanistan. As you know, we were set to leave Afghanistan this month, and as we began the final drawdown, I made some critical errors. Namely, I underestimated the strength of the Taliban, and I overestimated the strength and capability of the friendly Afghan forces. This was my fault. And due to my mistake, the Taliban has taken control of Afghanistan. There are reports now that ISIS and Al-Qaeda are working alongside them. Unfortunately, there are tens of thousands of Americans on the ground there, as well as friends and allies of America on the ground. And these people, Americans and our allies, are all stranded. And that is my fault. But they will not be stranded for long. In the next 48 hours, America will be in control of most major airports in Afghanistan. Any resistance we meet from the Taliban or otherwise when we seize these airports will be destroyed completely and without mercy. From those airports, we will conduct rapid strike rescue missions until we have recovered and evacuated all our citizens, allies, and friends. Any person that interferes with these operations will be killed. We will also recover or destroy all aircraft, vehicles, weapons, and sensitive equipment that we left behind. Any person utilizing, guarding, or located in close proximity to these weapons or equipment will be killed. Once we have evacuated all friendly personnel and recovered or destroyed the weapons and equipment left behind, we will depart Afghanistan. But we will continue to monitor everything that happens in Afghanistan through our ground and airborne surveillance equipment. Terrorist training camps or activity will be targeted and destroyed. Gross violations of human rights will be stopped through overwhelming force. And any group in Afghanistan fighting for freedom, liberty, and basic human rights will be supported through special operations forces and ruthless precision air power. We will continue that dedicated support until the enemy is no longer a threat to humanity or to the good people of Afghanistan. May God bless America, and may God have mercy on the souls of our enemy, because we will not. That is all.
Thank you, sir. Love this dude. Love this dude. He's badass, period. And I'm not sure if he's directly involved in what's happening there or not. I mean, again, that guy seems like he's not in the forces anymore. Not sure. I'm not sure. But what he says has a lot of merit. What he says is what Biden should be saying. He should be talking tough, not weak, not feckless like he is. This is an example of a leader. This is an example of how you handle these situations, not the way Biden has been handling it or the way this tard has been handling it. Secretary of State blames Americans for not evacuating Afghanistan fast enough. These guys are getting beaten up, spit on, cussed at, and probably worse. Maybe they're pointed at and made fun of, jokes. You have an American and an Afghan. They walk into a bar, right? Like, who knows? Who knows how it goes? But they're blaming the Americans for their crap withdrawal, for their hastily planned withdrawal. They're going to blame people that had nothing to do with it. And then all of a sudden, you pass them a message that says, get to the airport quick. Except the gates are locked. Numbnut? How do they get in? How does that happen? Explain that to me. Are the Americans, do they have a fancy key or something that you gave them? And again, he gets into how they didn't report to their little, database or whatever the hell. It's supposed to let people know. Enroll is the word they use. Whatever. And some don't enroll, and it's their choice. And if they haven't enrolled, then we don't necessarily know where they are. Whatever the case is, you don't just pull support out and then, oops, I forgot about all the people that live here that are from my country. You guys fail every which way that you could possibly fail on this. You suck. Now